What would you do if one phone call cost you every rupee you had saved? Today, I'll share the story of Ramesh, an ordinary man from India who became the victim of an online scam. His story is not just about loss, it's about the hidden dangers we all face online and the painful aftermath that follows. Ramesh was a 34-year-old office worker living in Pune. He wasn't rich, but he had worked hard for years to save about 3 lakhs of rupees. That money wasn't for luxury. It was his safety net, his daughter's school fees, and his dream of one day owning a small shop. Like many of us, Ramesh used his smartphone for almost everything, paying bills, transferring money, and even online shopping. He wasn't careless, but he wasn't overly cautious either. One Thursday evening, after a long day at work, he received a phone call. The number flashed with an official-looking ID, Bank of India, customer care. A polite man on the line introduced himself as a bank representative. "Sir, we noticed unusual activity in your account. For your safety, we need to verify your details immediately." The voice was confident, professional, and reassuring. Ramesh felt a sudden chill of fear. He couldn't afford to lose his money. Without thinking much, he followed instructions. The caller asked him to confirm his account number, then requested an OTP sent to his phone. "It's just a verification code," the man explained. "Once confirmed, your account will be secured." In reality, that OTP was the key to emptying his account. Within minutes, Ramesh unknowingly handed over control of his banking app. The next morning, Ramesh opened his banking app to pay for groceries. His heart sank. His balance read 143 rupees and 70 pies. Every single rupee had been drained overnight. The transactions showed multiple transfers to unfamiliar accounts. Ramesh panicked. He rushed to his local bank branch, hoping it was just a technical error. But the bank officer, after checking the records, confirmed his worst fear. The money was gone. Worse, because Ramesh himself had shared the OTP, the bank could not take responsibility. "You should have been more careful," the officer said coldly. That sentence replayed in his head again and again. For Ramesh, the loss was more than financial. It was emotional, psychological, and deeply personal. Family pressure. His wife broke down in tears when she heard the news. The savings they relied on for their daughter's future were gone. Social stigma. Relatives whispered behind his back, calling him careless. Neighbors avoided talking about it, but the silence was heavy. Mental toll. For weeks, Ramesh barely slept. He replayed that phone call in his head 100 times, wondering how he fell for it. He even went to the police station to file a complaint. The officers took down the details but warned him recovery was unlikely. Scammers used fake accounts, often routed through multiple states or even overseas. What hurt Ramesh the most was not just losing the money, it was losing trust. He stopped answering unknown calls. He refused to use online banking apps. Even when his employer tried to transfer his salary digitally, he insisted on cash. Technology, once a tool of convenience, had become a source of fear. His young daughter noticed the change. She once asked, "Papa, why don't you laugh anymore?" That question cut deeper than the scam itself. Months later, Ramesh slowly began to rebuild his life. He picked up extra shifts at work, started saving again, and learned to be more cautious online. But his story carries important lessons. 1. Scammers prey on fear. They create urgency so victims act without thinking. 2. No bank ever asks for OTPs. If someone does, it's a scam. 3. Report immediately. Quick action through the cybercrime helpline, 1930 in India, increases the chance of freezing stolen funds. 4. Awareness saves lives. Sharing stories like Ramesh's can stop the next victim. Ramesh's life will never be exactly the same. but he hopes his experience can warn others. He says, "I don't want sympathy. I just want people to be careful. If my mistake can save someone else's savings, maybe this pain was not for nothing." Scams don't just steal money, they steal peace, dignity, and trust. If you found Ramesh's story eye-opening, share it with someone you care about. And remember, no matter how urgent a call sounds, never share your OTP. Your security is in your hands.